to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and today I am at Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida, and I'm covering the Pipes Conference for the Deal Flow events, guys, and this has been a whole lot of fun. Right now, I have with me Eric from Passive Crypto Fund. Eric, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? Good to be
All
here.
right, so let's just first talk about this casino, man. Not too shabby, huh?
It's nice. It's nice.
It's beautiful. Have you been here before?
I have not been to this specific casino, but I have frequented some casinos in my time.
Yeah, I drive by and I'm like, am I driving into a huge guitar? Like, what is this thing? It's beautiful.
It's nice. That's very pretty.
So what brings you to the event today? What brings you to the conference?
Well, my background's in engineering, and I develop automated trading systems. I've been a trader for about 35 years, but I also was a registered investment advisor, firm owner, and an investment banker. So an investment banker, people ask me what you do. To me, I just say, well, I'm a deal guy. I find companies that I think are worth listing on the stock exchange, and then I convince them to list, and I get a little bit of equity for that. And sometimes do a lot of business development with the company. So I would really like to get back into that business. I haven't been doing it I've been out of that game for about 15 years. So the Pipe Conference is a great opportunity for me to network with lawyers and all the people that are, kind of hard to find, especially broker dealers to help you take your company and get it listed on an exchange. You got to file certain paperwork. So this is kind of a great time to come in and refresh. The SEC changes their rules frequently, and over the last, since I've been in the game, it changed a lot. So here at this conference, I can meet people that know all the changes, so you get things right. And that's what you have to do. You have to list companies. You got to make sure that you maintain the sanctity of the publicly traded entity. Yeah, meaning that it has to report properly. That means reporting the bad news along with the good news. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to network. It's been great.
How has the networking been, by the way? I've been recording podcast episodes, so they don't let me out of the booth.
It's really phenomenal. I mean, trying to find SEC auditors is like finding a needle in a haystack these days. Trying to find people that do investor relations, that whole landscape has changed dramatically over the last 30 years. So, those guys are few and far between, but they're here. Yeah. And so you just, wow, I'm really excited.
Yeah. And talk to me a little bit about your fund too. So Passive Crypto Fund?
Yeah. So I've been a trader all my life. I've written books on trading. Go to my website, ericmajors.com. You can tell us all about me. But so I've always had a hand in just an itch to develop automated trading systems. In fact, I was one of the first people that wrote books on it back in 1996, when people were just getting their PCs.
Yeah.
So then, it was really popular to trade Forex and automation and securities, things like that. Well, with the advent of cryptocurrency, I developed trading systems for hedge funds and different institutional investors, and just basically taking their strategies and automating them and seeing if we can improve them. But we're making more money than ever in the crypto market. And there's a reason for that. And in the Passive Crypto Fund, I am actually an expert trader for the fund manager of that fund, which is a company out of Abu Dhabi. It's called Amber, Ratchet Capital. So I'm a designer for them. And so they're the actual manager of that fund. And so the thing about cryptocurrency is that there's many opportunities for people to make money off the blockchain in ways that they're not aware of.
Yeah.
So in the Passive Crypto Fund, we focus on methods and means to earn fees for everybody else's trading. We provide liquidity that enables people to swap coins in and out of their wallets, and we get fees for that. So we're always making money. Whether the underlying cryptocurrency is going up or down in value, we're always making a yield every day. So, as a matter of fact, I was so excited about this a few years ago when I realized how much money you can make doing it. I actually found out from another fund I was in a project for that I made a course on it. It's called TopTraders.pro. And I did that because for my whole career, people have asked me, hey, can you trade for me? Can you trade for me? I don't trade for individual people. I do some private trading for a handful of people. But I'm not in a position to do that, especially not with the software that they write. It's very complicated. It's usually dedicated to certain clients. People don't have enough money to get into those funds. So I don't even know where the inputs are sometimes. So making the course was an opportunity for me to say, hey, this is actually something that anybody can do and make, 5 or 10% a month, literally just putting your cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
The only reason people aren't doing it is they don't know it exists. So what we do in the fund is we use software automation to improve on those earnings, obviously. So we earn, quite a bit more than that. Otherwise, why have a fund? Because I could show you how to do it.
Yeah.
And the course is only 5 hours. So anybody can do it. And yeah, so I've been super excited about it.
And how long have you been in the crypto game? Like how long?
Gosh.
I know you've been a trader for 35 years, you mentioned plus, but how long in crypto?
I wrote a book on crypto back in 2014.
Wow. So that's ancient years. That's ancient right
in crypto
there.
space, I guess. It's like the dinosaur age. It's really
for crypto, I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic. I wrote a book.
Decade in, yeah.
It's called Dot Money.
Okay.
And I consider myself, I'm 54 years old. And at that time, when I wrote that book, I was kind of, to be honest, just tired, of working all the time, going around the world. So I felt I don't really want to, I gave implementations in that book. It's a book about global monetary policy and the impact of cryptocurrency. And so it starts out with the history of money. It's a great book. I think it's great. If you read it, you'll know more about economics than most of the talking heads you see on TV.
Yeah.
Because I used to be an investment banker in different countries around the world. I worked for the CIA for a while, and I learned things that most people and I put it in the book. There's nothing classified in there, but most people just don't understand what's really happening in some of these monetary policy in different countries and how it works. So, but at any rate. That whole project, Dot Money, I put in my book literally 5 different ways that we could create a monthly income for people today without the help of the government. 5 different ways. It's in the book.
Yeah.
One of them, 2 of them have to do with cryptocurrency. So some people read that book and they made a project out of it. This was back in 2015. And I was like, they wanted me to be involved in this project. I said, I just came up with the idea. I didn't want to do the whole implementation, guys. I mean, I was tired. That's why I wrote this book, But they kind of wrote me in and said, well, how would you implement this? And then they made this site called .money.tv, .money.cash, and then the one called Global Currency Reserve. So we built out an entire plan on how to stabilize, not just stabilize global currencies. In other words, make cryptocurrency of value to governments. And at the same time, to create value in a currency called Dot Money that would not be subject to whims of devaluation. Anyway, I got to go on and on about it. It's a very complex subject. When you talk about inflation, they talk about inflation as though it's a very simple thing. It's not. There's a psychology around inflation. Inflation is going to be with us forever. No matter, it's not governable in that way. And I'll give you a perfect example. People go to buy a house. And when they sell the house, they expect to make more money off the house than when they sold it. Well, that's inflation. The idea they're going to get more money, and the idea that everybody accepts that you're going to pay more over time.
Yeah.
So it's unavoidable. It's just an idea, but you know what I mean. So if everybody sold their house for the same value they bought it at, well, I guess we wouldn't have inflation,
right?
But there's a built-in concept that land is valuable, right? It becomes a commodity, and just like many other things. So anyway, I can go on and on about that. But
so what's your big project right now? I feel like you're the type of guy that, like, I know of course you're going to be working with more companies, as you mentioned, helping them go public. I know that what you've done in the past, but you strike me as the kind of guy that always has something going on. What's going on right now? What'd they drag you into? Give me the dirt that you're like, I didn't want to do it, but I'm doing this too. What do you got? What project you got going?
Well, there's some things that are a little political, so I don't want to get into talk about those.
I knew you had something for me, man. You don't have to say it. It's fine.
There is somebody wants to make a movie about some things I was involved with when I worked with the CIA.
Yeah.
But honestly, my day-to-day work right now is really cumbersome because, it's one thing to say, okay, let's trade this. It's another thing to say, let's develop software to make it better. And it sounds simple. But where do you get the engineers from?
Doesn't sound simple to me.
Where do most of my day is spent now as what I love to be as a trader, not sitting there trading at my desk. I develop automated trading systems so that I don't have to trade.
Yeah.
So that I can go off and play golf. But where do I find myself? Right back at a desk writing specifications for the software that we need to write at every stage. Okay, so now we're here at this point. Now we got to combine AI with the software. I have I have many software systems from the past that have come back to me the ownership of it that I've sold to other organizations come back to me. And those are what I call human interactive software, where you do need a human, but the software is trading, but you need a human to, sort of run the thing. So we're going to revisit all those systems and using AI.
Yeah.
So AI has become, something we tried to do back in 2005, but now with all the AI clouds, we couldn't get done what we need to get done then. Now we can easily do it. So just
that's exciting.
Well, it's exciting on one hand.
Yeah.
It's extraordinarily time consuming to get it to work.
But you're doing the work, so I'm okay with it. It's exciting.
People are just like, you tell them.
I just asked the questions.
How
fast,
go
do it, Eric.
How fast can you get it done? It's like, well, how long is a piece of string?
Hey.
It's like, I don't know. Got to buy a new car today. I got to go to the doctor. I just had a hip replacement.
Come on, man. You're walking around great. Well, how long is it going to take? Well, Eric, man, this has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you coming on. But last thing I'll ask you, and I want you to look into the camera. If somebody's watching or listening to this and they want to connect, follow up, learn more about your projects or the fun, how do they do that?
Well, there's two ways. If you want to know more about me, it's ericmajors.com. That's easy enough. But if you want to know about the passive crypto fund, just go to passivecryptofund.com, click on more information, and then it'll ask you in there if you want more information. Just fill out the little form in there, and that's really the only. We have to vet the clients for it's a Reg D offering, so you have to be a accredited investor. So that would be the way to do it. Go to the passivecryptofund.com, click on more information, and then fill out the simple form on there.
Awesome. And for everybody watching, just so you know, we'll put the links to that in the show notes, so you can just click on the link and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Eric, thanks again, man. Appreciate you coming on.
God bless you, man. Have a great day.